Well, gamers, we're finally able to make your wishes come true and bring you an Xbox, a GameCube, and a PS2 in one place at one time. Now, unless you've got some seriously deep pockets, you're not going to be pulling the same stunt yourself. So we're here to help you thin that out a little bit.
All of these are top-notch, high-quality systems, but some of them are better suited to certain gamers. So we're here to help you draw out your inner console.
Now, remember that the life of your console should be about 4 to 6 years, so this is a pretty serious entertainment investment for you. Now, let's start with the Xbox. This is an Intel Pentium 3-based CPU, goes 733 megahertz. The GPU, which is the graphics processing unit, is an NVIDIA X chip, which clocks in at 250 megahertz. Don't forget, of course, about the built-in DVD, although remember, you got to shell out an extra $30 to get it to work.
Now, those numbers are impressive, but so are the games. The breadth and number of the games available at launch is very good, especially the top 3 games, DOA 3, Munch's Odyssey, and the sublime Halo.
Now remember, the Xbox wants the longest shelf life possible, and it comes with the 8-gig hard drive built in, and it's broadband ready, which means if you want to play online games, you know you're going to have them with the Xbox.
Now, who is the Xbox best suited for? Well, in our minds, it's the style-conscious hardcore gamers out there.
Now that's somebody who likes to beat and blow things up, but it better look good in the entertainment center.
And bearing that in mind, looking at the list of launch titles, this is not exactly your family console.
Look at that!
On the other end of the spectrum is the small and remarkably light Nintendo GameCube.
Otherwise known as the lunchbox.
Now, what tasty morsels lie within? It's powered by a 485 megahertz processor and a 162 megahertz graphics processor. It does play DVD format, but it doesn't play DVD movies, and it also doesn't come with a modem. Now, while it sounds like it's less than the Xbox, that's not to say it isn't powerful.
And remember, the games are specifically coded for the GameCube because so they're going to take full advantage of the power that it has. For launch, you've got Luigi's Mansion, Wave Race, Super Monkey Ball, and Rogue Leader, which is one of the best-looking games out there, period, on any system.
You can only find that at one place, and that's the Nintendo GameCube.
And now, a year after release and 20 million homes later, let's take a look at our old friend, the PS2. Guts-wise, it has about half the processing power of the Xbox, and the GPU is slightly less than that of the GameCube, but that doesn't mean it's a weak system.
No. 2 examples, Metal Gear Solid 2 and Final Fantasy X. On top of that, you have a large library that's been established over the past year with exclusive titles you won't get anywhere else, like the Gran Turismo series, Twisted Metal Black. Now, who is the PS2 best suited for? Well, one group really are PlayStation owners, as the system is backwards compatible. It's also the most broad system in terms of its taste. It has tons of games of all different types. We're not going to kid you. This isn't an easy decision to make. Xbox, GameCube, PS2. So if you're feeling anxious, remind yourself. You don't have to make that decision right now.
Well, you should do research before you spend the money anyway. Read reviews for every game that you can find, make friends with an early adopter, play it at their house, or check it out at the game store.
Also, many games will be available for all 3 systems. Games like Madden, like SSX Tricky. What's going to define them are those games you can't get anywhere else. Final Fantasy, Mario, Munch's.
So this is a pretty serious investment to make. Now, if you excuse us, we're going to invest some time with our consoles.